everybody. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. My codename is Dinica, but you can call me Bird for short. And just look at our wheat field, guys. I got it all planted, almost all grown in. It's looking so good. I added slabs so I wouldn't keep trampling the crops. I almost jumped on that. For today's episode, I have a build plan for us because there's some because there are things I need to do before I get to all sorts of fun stuff, and you'll see in a minute. However, I want to show you what I've got going on, what I've done between episodes. Yes, I'm putting all my gear back on because I don't want to die. The sun's getting low. I've textured the path here, and I think it looks very, very good. I even extended it all the way to the entrance of my house. And I want to show you something else real quick. But let me grab some dirt so I can pillar up and show you what I did. As you may be able to tell, I did a bit of terraforming. There was like one section in the middle here going out all the way over there, to where it's just like one block down, mostly where all this grass, all this empty spaces. But I filled that in just to make it a little flatter for future builds I want to do here. Maybe a little too flat, so I might fix that another time. But I also did some over here. Let me show you. If you remember from past few episodes, all of this was a big mound. I have flattened it a little bit, rounded it, and the reason why I did that is because I will put my wheat field right here. What I want to do is that I'm going to put animals right in that section, and then there's going to be more fields like that one curving over here. So I'm going to be doing things like potatoes and carrots, pumpkins eventually, but I also want to do things like a flower farm. However, sunflowers face that way, so my goal is to curve it around so I can have a sunflower farm here as well. I'm going to get down from here because it is getting dark, and I can show y'all what else. The only other thing that I've really done between episodes, do you think I need to curve that part around a little bit, is over here I started a tiny little garden just to get some extra potatoes and carrots for said fields. I also did some sugar cane because I needed to get a book. However, I'll show you what that is in a second. In between episodes, I have made a physical list of all the things I want to get done and I want to build in this world. Mainly things I want to build in this world. What we need to get done, that'll vary from episode to episode. However, my Switch POV button is right next to my inventory button. But that's why I keep doing that. I put it all down in a digital version into a builds I want to make thing. I don't know if you can see my cursor. You probably not. But I've got practical things, farming. I've sorted them all into categories. There is practical, there's farming, buildings, organics, which is like sunflower fields and orchard, stuff that I put in the air, which would be fun, and then some water stuff. But you can see that I have a lot of ideas. However, we're going to get started on one of those ideas today. One is on the practical list, which is going to take place over here. Right here is the spot where I want to build myself a mine entrance. Just a place that looks good and also is just a nice looking entrance to where I can tunnel down and start strip mining, because I'm not going into caves anymore. I just can't. I could do it in normal Minecraft, but not in hardcore mode, guys. But I wanted to make a specific place for this so that I can do some strip mining off camera. And I will have pretty much very, very little chance of dying doing them. So, so I've got all the things I should need here. This is a lot less stuff than last time. I did plan this out in creative mode because I didn't know what I wanted to do. However, I did that on my Nintendo Switch, so unfortunately I cannot show you. But I promise it looks good. I'll just need to pull up a reference image on my phone because I can't for the life of me remember it off the top of my head very well. So, my plan here is to like smooth out the terrain a little bit. I want to keep it kind of hilly, but I was just gonna fill things like this whole. I'll probably cover over that hole because I also want to connect everything by paths because I haven't really done that a lot with past builds I've done, and I think it just looks really nice once everything's connected. I especially like the path I made over there. So I am going to get started on doing this, and I guess I'll come back to y'all when I'm done. Yeah, I think that's what the plan is. Okay, so what I've done here is that I brought this land out a little bit. I'm gonna need a, like, you've seen how I kind of like made that area over there like smooth but not completely flat. I'm gonna have to do something a little bit like that right here, but that'll be a future bird problem. But I brought out this little area right here. Oh, kind of looks like a smiley face. And then I kind of covered the cave a little bit. And then this is really just a dead end cave. Like, that was an exit. I decided to block it up. And then this is also an exit. But I'll probably make that into like some fun back entrance into the mine or whatever. I'm not going to do too much in here because I don't really know what to do. But my plan is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of like some posts with a bit of like a slanted roof. And then out here, be kind of like outdoor looking shelves for furnaces, and then some for chests here to where I can store all the tons of cobblestone and stuff like that. I want to make a quarry someday. I don't know where I'll do that, but I think that'd be really cool. But for now, stones and stuff will be stored right here. And then I'll probably just do something with the inside. I don't quite know yet. Oh, I hear a zombie. Gosh darn it. Are you in here? I don't want to deal with any zombies. There's a dog. Oh, this is a nice area. This could be where the quarry is. Oh, well, that worked. That's a future bird project, but yeah, it's probably down there. I did cover the holes right here. I'm probably going to find them in a later time, be like, and fall down. That's definitely probably going to happen, but for now, it's fine. There's probably a zombie down there. That's probably what the problem is. But now I'm going to get to work to building that kind of like slanted area. And I'll come right back to y'all. So here comes the part that's probably going to confuse all of you. You might be thinking, Bird, what on earth are you doing? Why are you using cut copper slabs to put in texturing for the roof canopy thing on your mine shaft entrance, because I didn't wait for any of it to oxidize. I wanted to use the exposed cut copper slabs to texture the roof because I think it looks really good. However, I didn't wait for any to oxidize because I am very impatient. But the problem is that I don't have any bees currently, so I won't be able to wax them to get them to stay at the exposed state. So I'll just have to deal with continuing to strip oxidation levels off of them until I get wax. But it will happen at some point. So I never had like a proper beehive area, but I want to know how. I want to know how to do that. So yeah, the arch is done. Yeah, and before you ask, yes, things will be replaced by lanterns when I get enough iron to do it. But I only have a singular iron ingot at the moment, so I can't really do that now, can I? Now I'm going to get started on the smelting and the storage areas. So this is what I've got going. I don't know if I 100% like how far back this is compared to the furnaces, but I've got storage there. I've got furnaces here. Now I need to texture the ground with some cobble and some coarse dirt. I did a little bit of it here. And then I'm just gonna probably fill in that little circle there and then just bring the land and like smooth it out a little bit so it's just much easier to climb up here. However, problem is if you can hear that, there are, oh gosh, so many mobs around me. I'm pretty sure there's a cave underneath me and I don't like it. So that's fun. But yeah, let me get to work on texturing this area here. Okay. I've textured the ground. I textured a little bit on the inside. I think I'm gonna just block this part off right now and then that part off right now just to make it feel more closed in. Real quick, I'm going to add some fence and fence gates so that nothing gets in and jump scares me and then kills me. So yeah. That looks good. I like that. I'll make the strip mine sometime off camera, but now I can at least do that safely. And hopefully get some more iron because I literally have just one ingot to my name. So I'm going to get some more dirt, and then I'm going to get work on this terraining here. How did I... What? What? Weird. Okay, so this is what I got. It looks really bad right now because all the grass hasn't grown in yet, but I filled all of this in. So now it's a much smoother way to get up here. I'm going to make a path, but I'm currently out of coarse dirt, so I can't really do that quite yet. But I've got storage, I got furnaces, and my strip mine will be in here. Currently it looks a little torch spammy, but I just don't want any mob spawning. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way it looks. It's gonna look really good once all of the that's the oxidation level that I wanted on. Just exposed. But I don't have any wax right now, so once that goes down another level, I'm gonna have to shave that off. But oh, this will look good. There's a cow in that cave. I'm gonna clean up real quick. So I'll be back. Y'all, I have so many flowers. It's not even funny. Like, look at this. That's not really flowers, but like I've got so many flowers. Now that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. Today we had a bit of a smaller project, but I feel like it turned out pretty well, and I'm probably going to like it a lot better once all the copper is oxidized. I'll be doing some strip mining off camera at some point. So, because like I said, I was not joking when I said I literally have one iron ingot to my name. So, yeah. Like I said, thank you for watching. If you're new here, maybe consider subscribing. That would greatly appreciate that. If you were entertained, of course. But I'm going to log off now. If you are interested, this is episode 5 of my hardcore world, but I also have an episode out I also have a video out currently where I played Sky Wars on the CubeCraft server until I won. So if you're interested in that, it's on my channel. So thank you for watching. I gotta go to sleep in game, of course, and log off. So I'll see you next time. Bye.